Hello bookworms! This is the start of a reading vlog, and it's really more of like a cozy kind of fall vlog. I figured that I'll do some reading vlogs throughout the season so that I can do a check-in on that giant TBR that I shared with you last week. So far I've made pretty good headway on my list, but I haven't had the best luck when it comes to ratings. So I'll share that with you in a little while, because first, Andrew and I are going to go to this shave ice place. They just came out with autumn flavored options, so I've been really looking forward to getting one. And then after that, we're actually gonna go to the hospital because my niece was born. I'm really excited. Her name is Clara, which is the cutest name ever. It makes me just think of like the Nutcracker and also, of course, the Taylor Swift song Clara Bow, which I've been playing ever since she was born this morning. So yeah, very excited to go and meet her. But then after that, I do have some fun, like cozy things planned at home. As you can see, I've got some fall decor up. We're in business here. I also just wanted to share my shirt because it's so cute. We just got back from getting shaved ice and I got pumpkin spice latte, which was so good. And Andrew got apple cinnamon crunch, which was also really good. I liked mine better though, and he liked his better, so that worked out. We picked the right flavors for sure. But anyway, the first thing I wanted to share in this vlog is I wanted to do a Gilmore Girls haul because I got a couple Gilmore Girls themed things in the mail and I thought it'd be fun to share it with you. And obviously Gilmore Girls is like quintessential fall, so I figured this is the perfect way to integrate it into a video. First of all, I got this Stars Hollow activity book, which is an adult coloring and activity book inspired by Gilmore Girls. And it's really cool because there's a lot of like different things that you can color within here, but then there's also like Rory's reading list, so you can read themed books. There's like crossword puzzles, word searches, bingo boards to fill in as you're watching, recipe cards. There is a no cell phone sign to color in. There's also like bookmarks to color in and then cut out. This is one of the Stars Hollow book club pages. There's like 5 or 6 or 7 of these in here, so there's a lot of books to choose from. And then these are some more of the things that you can illustrate in. And I'm pretty excited to dive into this. Then I got Gilmore Girls Trivial Pursuit, which I think is gonna be a lot of fun. I think that I'm probably not gonna be anywhere near as good at it as Andrew, but I'm going to try my best, which I guess he'll appreciate because even though he definitely knows more, I tend to always win Lord of the Rings Trivial Pursuit. So it'll be good to play a Trivial Pursuit where he's probably going to beat me. Then I got this super cute candle. It's a Luke's Diner candle. It comes in this adorable box, which is all like Gilmore Girls icons on it. It looks like a mug, but it's actually a candle and it smells amazing. I'm so excited to light this and to just like read next to this. I wish that I could actually like consume this because it smells so good. Brewed coffee is the scent, which yeah, it smells really good. Then I got this Chilton sweatshirt. I thought that this would be fun to cozy up with on like a movie night or something, just, you know, hanging around home. I also like that it just kind of looks like a sweatshirt that you would get from going to a school. So it's one of those things that you could like wear out on a fall walk, and if people don't know what Gilmore Girls is, they would have no idea like what this is. But if they know, they'll know. And then lastly, I got this Gilmore Girls cookbook, which I'm really excited about. It's the official cookbook. There have been a lot of unofficial cookbooks, but this one is official. Definitely going to be baking some of these recipes or cooking some of these recipes. I think there's like a mixture. This also has beautiful end papers that match the candle box. This is also very funny. This page is the best ways to order takeout, reheat takeout, or if you're into cooking, bake frozen things, which is very Lorelai and Rory. And then that's all that I have for Gilmore Girls things, but I do have 2 more things that I wanted to share. One being this cookbook, which is all pumpkin recipes. I'm definitely gonna be diving in and making some of these over the course of the next 2 months. And then also I talked about Falling Like Leaves in my autumn TBR video, but the book just came out, so my copy just arrived and I was really pleasantly surprised, but it actually came with sprayed pages, which I was not expecting at all. I thought it was just gonna be your regular like standard paperback. So that was a really fun surprise. And I'm really excited to read this one soon. It sounds so cute. Literally like 1 minute after I stopped filming, I got a delivery from USPS, and there is one more Gilmore Girls themed thing that I had ordered that I didn't think was gonna come in time for the video, but it just arrived. So I figured I'll share it now. I got this very cute little Luke's mug. I like that it's glass and it's translucent. It's kind of different than any other mug that I currently have, which is good because I have a lot of mugs. Very excited to add this one to the collection. But that is everything in my haul. I think I am now going to work on my autumn TBR bullet journal spread. And I also was in the middle of doing a fall puzzle. So I think that I'm going to finish doing that. I'm going to start a new audiobook, and then I will check in with you guys. I want to do like a reading update to share with you where I am so far on that autumn TBR that I shared. I've read a good amount of books, I would say, already. So, and I'm also reading like a million books at one time right now. But anyway, I'll get into that in the reading update.
Are turning brown, red and yellow, soon they'll be falling down. Now, I'm not ready.
It started pouring and thunderstorming. You can probably hear it because it's pretty loud, but I was like, I mean, that's ideal reading weather. So I had to pause what I was doing so that I could read a couple of chapters of the book that I am loving, and that is If It Makes You Happy. I have it right next to me here, by Julie Olivia. I'm loving this so far. It is so good. It's so 90s. I'm loving the 90s references. Playlist in the beginning was like so perfectly 90s. Gonna read more of that now.
Are turning brown, red and yellow, soon they'll be falling.
Okay, it is Sunday morning. The battery on my camera is about to die, so I'm just gonna film until that happens, and then I'll run downstairs and get a new one. I wanted to do a wrap up of everything that I read this week. I read a total of 3 books, and I'm currently in the middle of reading another 3 books. We're gonna go over the ones that I read first. This is kind of like a TBR check-in, so all of these are books that were on my autumn TBR, and now you'll get to know like my actual thoughts and feelings now that I've read them. I didn't have the best luck this week when it came to ratings, but it also wasn't horrible. I had a lot of like middle of the road kind of reads. We'll save the best for last. Maybe we'll go in order of worst to best. First of all, I read A Cruel Thirst by Angela Montoya. And to be honest, I just like didn't really care for this book at all. It was fine, but it's definitely not something that I'm ever going to be thinking about again. It follows a vampire hunter and a fledgling vampire, and their paths end up crossing, and then they end up needing to like team up together in order to save the world. It's a YA novel. It is like a bit historical, and it just didn't grip me. I didn't think that the characters were especially compelling. There were some scenes that were like fun, but again, it's just really not something I'm ever gonna think about again, and I'm also not gonna keep my copy of this book. Then I read Fae Fever by Karen Marie Moning. This I really enjoyed. This one I ended up giving a 3.5. This is the 3rd book in the Fever series, and the first book I didn't really care for. The second book I thought was a lot better, and now this one I would say was even better than book 2. Things are really like ramping up. There is a lot happening, and also the way that this book ends, it made me so excited to dive into the next book like really soon, because the world is ending essentially, and we need to know like what's gonna happen next and how this problem is gonna be solved. So this was definitely one of the better reads that I had this week. And then I also finished reading The Return by Rachel Harrison. This was the first Rachel Harrison book that I ever read. I said in my TBR, but I knew that like this is the year that I was reading one of her books. I've always wanted to. They've been on my TBR forever, and I finally got to this one. This one was her debut, and I was very pleasantly surprised, especially for a debut novel. I thought this one was really well written. I really enjoyed it. It follows 4 friends, and one of them went missing for 2 years, and when she comes back, they plan like a girls trip together so that they can all hang out and catch up and everything. But their friend who disappeared, she doesn't have any memory of what happened to her while she was gone, and she's like a completely different person. And they're staying at this bed and breakfast kind of hotel upstate in New York. Each room is like themed, but it's like very creepy, and there are like lots of weird things happening, and the staff is like being kind of odd, but you don't really know why, and then things go off the rails. This is definitely a horror book, so there was a lot of stuff in it that was like kind of gruesome. So if you don't like reading that, then I would steer clear of this one. But if you do like horror, this one was so much fun. Like I was not expecting to like it nearly as much as I did. This one I also gave 3.5 stars, and this one I will be keeping. I did really enjoy it. That's not bad. Like I did really like 2 out of the 3 books that I read. Now I'll just tell you about the 3 books that I'm currently in the middle of. Honestly, the one that I've been showing you, If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia, I would not be surprised if this is my first 5-star book on my TBR. I am so enjoying this book. There's so many fun 90s references. Like we've talked about Discmans and Tamagotchis and answering machine messages and like Stone Cold Steve Austin. So it's just making me so nostalgic like for my childhood, and I'm so enjoying this one. I can't wait to finish it. I'm like not really that far into it. I'm only like 130 pages maybe out of 500. It is on the longer side for a romance, but I will say like it doesn't feel long at all yet. Hopefully it stays that way, but I think that this one is going to be 5 stars. Then I'm also reading Boys with Sharp Teeth by Jenny Howell. This one I'm not really caring for. It's another one where it's a YA, it's dark academia. There's a girl who went to a school, she like forged her transfer papers so that she could infiltrate this elite academy and figure out why her cousin died. She doesn't believe that it was an accident. She thinks that it's these students that were involved in it, and she's like very hostile. I don't really like her as a character, which, you know, a lot of dark academia characters are unlikable, but I'm just not getting into her perspective. So I'm not really sure how this one's gonna go. I'm about 35% into this one. So like a third of the way. I'm gonna finish it, but I don't think that this is gonna be one that I'm really gonna like. And then lastly, this one actually wasn't on my TBR, but I am just adding in that I'm reading the Raven Boys graphic novel, and this is really fun so far. Like the Raven Boys is one of my favorite series. Maybe I'll even finish this one today if I get a chance, but I'm not 100% sure. This one is the first book of the Raven cycle adapted into graphic novel form, so there's like a lot of fun art. I'm just like making it so you can't really see it too close because I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't read the series. This one I am having a really good time with. That is everything that I read this week. I would love to have some more time to read today, but I know I've mentioned like I moved to a very small town, and when I tell you that my town is like Stars Hollow, like you don't even understand. So today I'm going to a party to welcome all of the new people to town. They have a party every single year, and whoever like moves in is invited to come to this party and like meet people in town. So we just missed it last year because it was in September. We moved in November. So even though we've been here like almost a year, we're still technically newcomers. So we're gonna go to that party, which should be a lot of fun. And then yesterday I got to meet my niece Clara, and she is so beautiful. I was so excited to meet her. I literally started crying the second that I saw her because she's so cute. So I'm kind of hoping that I'll get to see her again today as well. That's like mainly what I have going on. I want to also finish up a little bit of decorating that I'm doing, but that is like the bulk of the day. I will see you guys in a little while.
just yet. I'm not ready for autumn. Autumn comes too soon. Autumn comes too soon.
Hello. So I am home from my party. It was so much fun. Like, it was a really nice welcome, and we got to like meet the mayor and people from like a whole bunch of different councils within the town. So that was a lot of fun. And then my dad and I went over to my brother's house, and we got to spend more time with the new baby and also my little nephew Henry. So that was a lot of fun. But now it's like kind of late, and I'm just getting home, and I'm like, I don't even really feel like making dinner because it's so late. My plan is to like have a little something, have girl dinner actually, and then I will catch up on The Summer I Turned Pretty because I really want to be caught up in time for the finale, just so I don't get like spoiled on how it's going to end. I have like 3 episodes to watch, so I'll probably watch 2 of them tonight and then maybe 1 tomorrow. But we're ending the vlog here, and before I go, I just want to say that I am still loving If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. So I am just about 50% now. I still think it's gonna be 5 stars, but stay tuned for the next vlog and you'll find out my final rating then, because I will finish it during this week. So that is all that I have for this video. Thanks for hanging out with me this weekend, and I will see you guys soon in a new video. Bye.